Hello everyone, I'm just Ian. Welcome to this new LEGO video. Today we're taking a look at set 76284 Green Goblin Construction Figure. I got this set very recently, very much marked down for an amazing price. Usually you pay like 40 euros for this, 40 euros to 45 even at some places, and I got this for 10. So yeah, that's an amazing deal and I'm super happy with it. This is probably one of my favorite buildable construction figures from LEGO I have in my collection. Of course, I also have the Batman that also comes with a vehicle. That comes with the Batpod, like the motorcycle. I have a review for that one on my channel as well. And of course, Green Goblin comes with his iconic glider. What I think is pretty funny is that on the box it says Spider-Man No Way Home, but very obviously this is just from Spider-Man 1 from Tobey Maguire. I mean, I know that in Spider-Man No Way Home the Green Goblin did appear like this, and on the box art you can see kind of the scene where he appears like this, only you see him for like a second or something. So I find it pretty funny how they chose to market this for Spider-Man No Way Home instead of Spider-Man 1. Yeah, maybe because kids have seen Spider-Man No Way Home more, I guess. But then if they used this for like Spider-Man 1, they could have made a Tobey Maguire buildable figure, and I think that one would have sold crazy good, to be honest, for like children and collectors. But yeah, well, I don't work at LEGO, so I don't know. I do know that I really like this set, so let's get right into it. Okay, going straight into this, obviously, as you can see, he's green, which is perfect. You don't see a ton of gray, and he does attach to the glider very easily, just 2 pinholes. He's articulated pretty well as any of the other buildable figures, in my opinion. You can see his head is pretty unique. Of course, he has his chin, his like large chin that he has on his mask, and they kind of like built that up. But you do have to watch out because, well, this is on a ball joint, so you can move this around on accident. His head sculpt looks really nice. Or well, his printing more. He uses the regular head sculpt. And then the rest is just built up. I do like the ears. The ears are a very nice touch. They're a different shade of green, so that helps them stand out. I will apologize in advance because my tripod is a little bit broken, so that's why this angle is very weird and not like all my other reviews. And the light box I have him in is just a bit too small, if I have to be honest. It's just a smidge too small. So I might go back to like my old setup because this just works for like smaller reviews. But for this big guy, I don't know, not really the best. Articulation, pretty standard. The shoulders go up, ball joint here, swivel here, another ball joint here. We have the hands with a stud, so you can actually hold on to the pumpkin bombs very easily. So that's very nice. Pumpkin bombs, very simple build. Just a transparent green stud in the middle of this gold piece, and then you put in this little green part right over here. It's a little green pin. Super easy. Attaches back to the glider. I'll show that in just a moment. Detail wise, it's all built up. The only print in this entire set, I'm pretty sure, is the face, and I guess on the glider right over here you can see there's a little print, but I'll show the glider a little bit later on in more detail. Going back to articulation, of course you have a swivel that goes all the way around. You can really break him. Legs are on ratcheted joints, as always with these figures. Goes forward like this. Gotta watch out that you don't break him though. If you break him, you can get more movement in the legs, I will say though. Yeah, knee is pretty simple, just a simple bend. This moves out of the way. The feet move pretty standard. You know, I review these figures a lot and I build these figures a lot, so if you're not new to my channel, you probably have seen all this articulation like 100 times already. It's very basic. It's basically all you need for these construction figures. I would always love more articulation, but if that hurts the stability of the figure, then rather not, I guess. But for the Green Goblin, this is all fine. He doesn't really need to do a lot of athletics, so it's okay. Now, if we take a look at the glider, you can see where the pumpkin bomb attaches, right over here. That's just a stud. Place this back. These move up, move down. There's a little bit of movement in here, like these side panels. Not a lot though. Yeah, you have this big blades on the front. Look very cool, very menacing. The underside looks ugly. I'll just say it. It looks ugly. They covered it up with black. I don't know. I would have preferred gray, probably. If we look at this side, we see all the flames. This just looks fine. Yeah, there's not a lot of detail on the glider itself. It's a nice build. It has some cool building techniques, I will say though. It's like a fun build. Very satisfying how everything literally falls into place. As you can see, this falls into here. So that's nice. Of course, it's a very cool display stand for the figure. But honestly, it doesn't add too much. I mean, it doesn't take away from anything. And it's very nice that it is included. I will say, if it wasn't included, that would have been a bigger problem. Because, of course, the Goblin needs his glider. I don't know how I feel about this version of the Goblin's design being made into a figure, if I have to be honest. I mean, I love Spider-Man 1. Green Goblin, one of my favorite villains of all time. But to market this for Spider-Man No Way Home and then not give the Goblin his, like, No Way Home design, that's just very weird to me. That's just very weird. And to be honest, you can't really see how green he is. Let me just move this a little bit. As you can probably see and hear, my tripod is broken. So I cannot get the proper look at this guy and at this color. But you can see it's just... he is green. Alright, he's very green. He's very shiny as well. Very shiny plastic. Yeah. Overall, it's a good figure. I'm very happy with it. I got this for 10 euros. 10. It's like 75% off. That's insane. He displays very nicely. Oh, on the bottom of his feet, as you can see, there's just some pinholes. So you can put them on his glider very easily, just plop it on like this. Of course, this set is made for children, so he's supposed to stand very easily, like so. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. There's not a lot I can show anymore, to be honest. I can show you guys how he looks next to a different figure. So for that, I do actually have my custom Cyborg Spider-Man. Still very happy with this build. Let me get him into frame. Put him back. Yeah. The scale's pretty nice. They're about the same height. And you get the height advantage if you put the Goblin on his glider. So that's cool. They display very well. Yeah, it's just overall a good set. I will say the build of the figure itself is pretty repetitive because, of course, it's fully green. The glider is a very nice build though. I really enjoyed that. And for 10 euros, I honestly can't complain too much. But if you pay 40 for this green guy over here, then that's a little outrageous, I will say. If you really like what you see, get him on a discount. If you don't get him. That's how simple it is. If you don't like something or you don't like the price, either wait for it to go down in price or don't get it at all. Lego is not forcing you to buy anything. So yeah, that's always my stance on that type of stuff, especially with like Lego Star Wars, which is always way too expensive for what you get. I think it's a pretty alright deal for like 30. 20 is nice, 10 is incredible, and 40 is just way too much. So yeah, that's basically gonna be it for this review. Just a quick little review. I'm gonna try to get a new tripod as soon as possible because this one is absolutely atrocious. I'm very sorry, guys. But yeah, you're gonna see me in the next video, and I'm probably gonna be building another custom. So, see you then. Goodbye.